Alrighty, folks, so the Gen Find continues. Totally awesome. Okay, I'm going to erase everything that's on the board here to make room for more stuff. Milton Bradley solved. Clearly I'm a teacher's teacher, and I'm just going to keep recording this stuff and teaching this stuff till the day I pass away. Because I know it's eternal, it's the glory of God, it lasts forever. Who wants to deal with stuff that doesn't last forever? Not me. I just love all this stuff. I mean, don't you want to be God-like? I love this word, God-like. Just so screamingly beautiful for 3. 18, double 9, 9 exactly, LO, triple 9, and then there's 9. Like, it's just perfect for the number 3. God-like. Contains love. Super easy to find. You want to be like God. His nature, His character. And then what's really cool is once you know God is sovereign over all these words, one of my favorite words about God is that He is a team. By definition, He's 3 people. And then so what you do is you look for these letters, team, in all the other words of English. I started by looking for them at the beginning of English words. And you just find a whole ton. It just gets ridiculous. For example, like the 4 words meta, which are used to describe things joining, things connecting, between something else. All the bones of your hands right in here in this section are called the metacarpus. And then on your foot, which is the base part of your foot, you know, the equivalent of this part of your hand on your foot is called the metatarsus. Meta, team. Team divides by 3. God is a team. And I was just reading the story of where Jehovah shows up to Abraham and 3 men are standing before him. 3 men, the Triune God, 3 people together, united. And so you pick, I was picking some of my favorite words, you know, in world history, like the word pure. It's one of my favorite words. And then what other prefixes can you make with pure? Those letters. Like, what has God ordained? Well, you know, the monetary currency in India is rupees. So we know how big the word pure is in the story of God. Well, take those letters, throw them around, swap the place of the P and the R, and you get roop. And then rupees adds 24 on top of the 3's here. Pure equals 60, yes is 24, pure 3. So rupees. India is one of the largest populations in the world. Over 1 billion people in India. That's a huge part of this planet, and they all deal in rupees. Pure rupees. There's just a divine gem. One of my favorites that I got was the word Velcro, and then I started taking knockoffs of the word love. Take the 4 letters that God ordains for us to have in love, scramble them around, and look for them in the beginning of other words. Velcro is one of my favorite. Velcro contains the word love. Okay, and then it's got this C and this R that both divide by 3 right there. What's also amazing is that Velcro is composed of 2 parts. A fabric that is looped and a fabric that is burred. Or you can simply talk about the loop and the burr. Well, this is obvious because the P here and the B here knit together to make 18. And these 3 letters all divide by 3, and these 3 letters all divide by 3. Containing a double, OO and RR. It's insane. A loop and a burr. That's the definition of Velcro. You have a loop, and then you have a burr, or a hook. That's all Velcro is. One side of the fabric has a ton of hooks or burrs, and the other side has a ton of loops. This comes straight from nature. Those seeds that have a ton of burrs all over them, and they just literally hook into any burr that you may have on your clothing. That's how the guy came up with the idea, straight from nature. Velcro, it's ordained by heaven. So loop plus bird divides by 3, Velcro screams out number 3 with the word love sitting right there. The word velocity begins with the 4 letters of love. Velocity. And on. Velar. This is a new favorite word of mine. I didn't know what this meant. Velar starts with love at the beginning. What does that refer to? What does that mean? Velar is any fabric that is like velvet. Has a velvet feel. We call it velar. Beautiful. Love at the beginning, last 2 letters divide by 3. There's another divine phrase from world history. You just keep scooping up the gold. It's all solvable for the Trinity. And I'm just in love with the Trinity. And I'm enamored by this 3-person God. Okay. A velvet revolution. A velvet revolution is a revolution that is 100% non-violent. Okay? A velvet revolution describes a revolution that is 100% peaceful and non-violent. And you can find the word love in here so easily, it's not even funny. The pair of VEs make 27, which equal love. Here's love sitting right there. You can get this LO together, and you can just knit together a whole bunch more, but this all divides by 3. And then here's a divine gem, and then it's just, once you know how the letters are divine and how words share the same letters by God's ordinance, I started meditating on the word 3 itself. And the most obvious gem I came up with is 3 trees. Jesus died on a cross, and there were a total of 3 trees by Divine Ordinance. At the crucifixion of Christ, there was 2 people on either side of Jesus. So literally it was 3 trees. 1, 2, 3. Well, the word tree and 3 are so identical, letter for letter. And then this H and this S knit together to make 27, the perfect cube of 3. Tree equals 48, divides by 3. 3 trees, okay, therefore divides by 3. It's 96 plus 27. Okay? 3 trees equals 1, 2, 3. It's that good. 3 trees. Not 1, but 3. 3 trees with Jesus at the center to the glory of the Trinity. 3 trees equals 1, 2, 3. It just keeps coming. Everything that has ever happened in history, to the detail, screams out the number 3. And then I was reading the story of Jehovah showing up to Abraham as 3 men in the book of Genesis. And the words, it's amazing. The words that God speaks, that are recorded of Jehovah speaking in Hebrew, are just so stunning for the number 3. For example, when Jehovah talks to Abraham and says, "Where is Sarah?" Where is Sarah specifically? Where is Sarah, your wife? In Hebrew, that's 3 words perfectly. Where, Sarah, your wife. In Hebrew, it's 3 words perfectly. Well, God obviously knows everything. He knew where Sarah was, but he spoke that divine question for his mathematical glory, because you do the math in Hebrew on that question, where is Sarah, your wife, and it's just screaming out the number 3. It's like 84 tripled times 7. It's like the most stunning 3 fest of all time. And God is 3 persons speaking that. So when God asks a question all through the scripture, he's showing off his mathematical brilliance. You can trace this to the very beginning of Eden, where God cries out to Adam saying, "Where are you?" Solve that phrase in Hebrew mathematically. You'll be stunned at how many 3s come at you. God knew where Adam was. God has always known everything. When we read God asking questions in the Bible, he's doing so for his mathematical glory. Okay? Just every detail of the scene when God showed up to Abraham, the name of the place. It all happened in Abraham's tent. The word tent divides by 3. Ahal in 36. Every detail is glorifying the number 3. Speaking of 3 trees, in Hebrew, the 3-glyph word root for tree is etzah. 1, 2, 3 letters, with the center letter being 90, and the bookends being 75. Both of those divide by 15, differing by 15 for the number 3. The three-glyph root of tree is etsa. Okay? Which adds to 165. Divides by 3, divides by 15 as well. And then when you talk about trees, etsim, you take this 160 and add 50 points. Etsim, trees, in Hebrew, then bumps up to 210 perfectly. Which also is king for the number 3. Divides by 15 as well. So whether you take the three-glyph root or you take the plural, talk about trees, etsim, and then of course the three-glyph root for 3 in Hebrew, every letter divides by 3. 300 plus 30 in the middle plus 300. Shalash, 3. 330, 300. And then snow is shaleg, as in all snowfall is 300 plus 30 plus 3. Here's the number 3 in Hebrew. Shalash, 333, 300. Here's the word snow, shaleg, 300 plus 30 plus 3. And of course, all snow branches in 3s. That's why most of them are hexagons. So, I'm just going to keep going here. Then I was looking up synonyms in the thesaurus for the word team, because God is a team. Team divides by 3. One of the most obvious words is the word group. And this is easy to solve because you've got love sitting at the dead center. And this is the most beautiful way that love is composed, because it's composed of 3 letters that all divide by 3, averaging 18. 18 plus 15 plus 21. The famous word our, O-U-R, is an Our Father who art in heaven. Our God is love. Our equals love. So when you say our God is love, that's love, love, love. So here's that famous trio sitting in the center of the word group. And then this is a +1 intro, and this is a +1 exit. When you pluralize or possessify with S, you have a final +1 to make a multiple of 3. But the gold in the center is love. God is a group of people. We can say God is a group. God is a threesome. Threesome divides by 3. I love that word. God is a team. God is a group. And here's how he has hidden himself in this very word group that we speak all the time. Group, the famous R-O-U in the center, equals love. It seems to me, I was reflecting on this earlier in the day, that the people who love getting together the most and who love being in contact with other people and love being in close intimacy and connection with others and striving towards intimacy and striving towards connecting and just they're in love with, they're really social people. These people have full love tanks. But my passion is for everyone to go deep in the knowledge of love and God at a young age, learning all these things, so that we can have an entire generation of love-centric people that know up here just as much as they naturally, live socially and stuff. So, okay, so what else do we want to talk about? That's pretty good. And then I was just recording some awesome gems that take these 4 letters of the word team and see how many words you can find in English from your dictionary that begin with those same 4 letters. And here's what I found. Amethyst divides by 3. And this just happens to be the official birthstone of February, which is my birth year. And I know that's just a divine gem from the Lord. It's like amethyst, a beautiful violet stone, divides by 3. And it contains the first 4 letters of team at the beginning. Meet, team, mate, metal. That's a huge word. Metal. Wow. Metabolize. All metabolism, which describes the working together of every single player and every living organism to metabolize. Like, just read the definition of metabolize. You're like, okay, basically that's summarizing like everything that goes on inside a living organism in order for it to keep on living. Well, it begins with the word team. Team. Okay, so we get this concept drilled into us in every single thing in this universe that it's all a symphony, it's all a team game, it's all teamwork, and it's all pointing to God who is a team. And that's the root of all false religions. All false religions confess that God is not a team. They say God is this solo entity. Well, the truth is God is a team. God is three people. How would the entire world look? How would humanity and mankind look if everyone was baptized in that knowledge from day one? And then, words from science, metaphor. A metaphor divides by three. Jesus spoke in metaphors all the time, also known as parables. Metaphor begins with the word team. It's like God doesn't have just one way of presenting wisdom to us. He's got thousands of metaphors. Because he is plural. There you go. Team, group. So I'm very much an idealist, folks, because you should be an idealist. Otherwise, you lose sight of the optimal. Getting together with people is one thing. Okay? Right, okay, so God is three persons. We long to be together in physical soul proximity. We socialize, we get together, we hang out in the presence of others. We love sitting in stadiums just to be surrounded by other souls. We love being close to others. We love having people around us. God is a team. God is three people united perfectly. We long for that. But I always consider, what is the most meaningful way for people to get together? Because you can get together for all sorts of reasons. But what is a truly satisfying get-together? God is three persons, eh? God is a team. Wouldn't it be great? I just think of the ideal, folks. Wouldn't it be great if everyone on planet Earth could have all this knowledge and be taught it from day one? We'd have way more love. We'd have way more unity. We'd have way more friends. It's one thing for me to just go out and hang out and have fun and party with my other Christian friends, but wouldn't it be far better if everyone in my society and everyone in my country and everyone in my world was taught all these things, shown all these things? We were all deep in our, we were all madly in love with the Trinity because of all the threes everywhere. And if the whole society was Christian, if the whole society was baptized in the knowledge of God, we'd all have far more love. We would all have far more friends. We would all have far more love and satisfying togetherness.